connects this boxed rubber key Sinclair Spectrum with a Hoover Sensotronic Total System 5? Well, stick around and I'll tell you. Earlier this week I was in town and I thought I'd visit my local retro shop, and I haven't been in there for ages, a long time, certainly not since lockdown started, so we're probably talking last year. And I just thought I'd pop in on the off chance. I didn't actually go in planning on buying anything. So I went in, said hello to the chap there, and I was looking around, and they had a boxed Sinclair Spectrum Plus 2 computer. I think it was up for about £70. Oh, that's not too bad. And I was looking around the shelves. There wasn't much else there that took my fancy, so I thought I'd just ask the guy, do you have any other computers for sale? Do you have any like vintage games consoles or anything? They had like Mega Drives and stuff there, but I've got those. And I mean, as you can see here, I really like my old vintage computers and consoles. I've got quite a few of them. I think probably about 80 or so. Yeah, I just thought I'd ask. And he said, oh yeah, I think I have. I think I have. Out the back. So he went out the back and he came out first of all with this Spectrum, popped it down on the counter and said, right, I've got that one. Okay. And then he went back out again and then came out with a shopping bag, you know, one of those bags for life, a great big bag. And in that, there was what I believe to be a clone Commodore 64 that was made in Australia. Really odd. A scrap Amiga A500 and an Amiga A1200 as well. So he popped them down on the floor and I was like rummaging through. And then he said, do you want to come out the back and have a look? I said, all right then. So went out there and had a look in the shelves and everything. There wasn't anything that really took my fancy. But this was sort of preying on my mind because I don't actually have one of these in the box. I have a bog standard 48K rubber key Spectrum, but not one that's boxed. So I thought, oh yeah, okay, I'll buy that. And I think we settled on £40 for this, so not a bad price. I bought it untested, had no idea if it worked. Whilst the chap was out around the back looking for the bag of computers which he brought out, I quickly opened the box and had a look inside to make sure that everything was there. And everything was, plus more, which I'll show you shortly. And there was also an envelope in there that's got receipts in it. Now that's really interesting because if there's one thing that you love when you collect things, it's to have provenance of it. Like, you know, the original receipt for something, certainly something like this, which is so old, is amazing to have. So I quickly put everything back in the polystyrene, shoved it back in the box. I was like, oh yeah, everything's there, yeah, it's all good. So there was even more in there than I had hoped there to be. So we did the deal for it. I actually ended up buying everything. So I basically bought 4 computers for £100, and there was an external Amiga disk drive, an Amiga power brick, the RF modulator, and a mouse as well. So I got quite a lot of stuff. Now you're probably sat there wondering, what on earth has this got to do with this Hoover Sensotronic Total System 5? Well, something kind of flicked in my mind, or something caused something to flick in my mind, which I'll get to soon. Sensotronic Total System 5 was model S3134. And, you know, because you've been doing this for so long, I've been doing this for so long, I can see a model number written down on something else completely out of context, and it kind of flicks something in my head. It makes me think, oh, hang on, I think that's so-and-so or whatever. And that's what happened with this. So I'm going to bring you down now. We're going to open this up. I mean, I'm not going to change the channel to be looking at vintage computers now. That's not what this channel is about, but it's kind of nice just to have a little change. I can show you this. I think this is quite interesting. I think you guys will probably think so too. But there is an interesting link between this and this. So come down, let me show you what's in this box. First of all though, I think before we look at the Spectrum box, let's just check out this, oh goodness me, excuse me, do that up. Let's check out this leaflet. So this is one of 5 leaflets for all of the Sensotronic systems 1 to 5. I've got all of them in my folder, which is really nice. I bought them some years back now. And these are the original leaflets for these machines. So they're really quite nice, and they show you quite a lot of, you know, it's a decent amount of text here. You've got some really nice pictures of the cleaner. You've got some ladies having tea here, because the lady who could afford to have tea with her friends in really nice china cups is the kind of lady who would have been able to afford this vacuum cleaner. And interestingly here, I hope you can see that on the camera, someone's written a price for it, £123.55. So this leaflet is from 1982. It's the original leaflet, and it's the original System 5, because as you can see here, it has the cream tools, it has the black electrokinetic power head, and it has the cream tool drawer with the cream tools. So that's how you can tell that this is actually the original machine. So yeah, dated 1982, and one hell of a price for that time. Here we go on the back. It just gives you some more detail on the cleaner. It shows you all of the tools, shows you a nice picture of the cleaner itself. It gives you like a overview here of it as well. And yeah, there we go. It's a really nice leaflet. As I say, I have all of these models 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. So yeah, nice to have. So keep this in mind, and I also want you to keep in mind the model number S3134. That's the key to this whole story. I'm going to put that over there now, and I'm going to bring the Spectrum here for you to see. So I think this is so nice that it's in its original box. Now, let's try and work out which end to open it from. So let's open it from this end. So we open it up like so, and we'll pull out the poly. Actually, I'm going to open it from the other end, sorry, because this, I need to stop opening it from this end because the box is starting to wear here. So let's open it from this side. Pull this out like so. It's so nice to see one of these. I have the Spectrum Plus machine boxed, but I don't have the original one. Or at least I didn't have the original one until I found this. So we pull it out like so. And here we have the polys. I'm going to put the box to one side. So let's bring this down. So as you can see, it says Sinclair on it, embossed, good old Uncle Clive. Take that off, and there we go. There's the machine itself. So we have the computer here, and this works perfectly. It's absolutely perfect. All the keys work. The RF output works as well. It's getting harder and harder to find these with working keyboards and machines which can actually output on the RF channel. Very hard to find now. And we've got some paperwork in here as well. So we have a software library for it. So this tells you all about your new Sinclair Spectrum, and it shows you all of the exciting games you could buy as well. Interestingly, these are all Sinclair published games. I have seen some of them. Oh, I remember this VU3D. That never really worked particularly well. It wasn't really a game, it was just like stuff, it was a thing you could do drawing in. And then I think you've got like an order form here, and then you've got some inserts of flyers about the expansion pack, and then you've got the ROM carts there as well. So yeah, that's really nice to have. So it is pretty much complete. So let's just pop that down there like that. So there we go. There's the software manual. And then I love finding things like this. Look, this is great. This is the original owners' handwritten notes for where they were doing some programming with their brand new Sinclair Spectrum. Isn't that wonderful? That's been in there for so many years. And then up next we have the instruction book. So that's in place. So you get the instructions of how to use your new Sinclair. Oh, fabulous. Very much thinner than the book that came with the Plus, I must say. Now, this envelope is the most interesting part of this entire unboxing. So we're just going to pause this for a second and we'll finish off what we've got in the box. So we have the original Horizons tape there, which had all the demo programs on it, the power supply unit, and an extra tape, which is Curry's branded, where the original owner has saved a load of software on it. Be interesting to see what's actually on this tape. It's very hard now to find tape players that work well enough for the computer to understand, because tapes, they degrade over time. They're not brilliant. They're not a good archive, really. And trying to find machines now that will play those tapes is getting harder and harder. But anyway, that's enough waffling about what's in the box. It's what's in this envelope that I want to talk about next. So let's have a good look at this. Well, here's the envelope itself. Now, if we look inside it and pull out all of this paper, there's a load of paper here. Now, some of this stuff is not very interesting because it's just stuff that this chap has bought. And that's the one I want to show you, but you're going to have to wait for that one. I'm going to put that over there. So, as I was talking to you earlier about provenance of machines and how it's nice to have it, these bits here, these pieces of paper, are absolutely key. So if we have a look at this one, I'm going to unfold it for you so you can see it like that. So this is the Spectrum's certificate of insurance. Look at that, 5-star guarantee. So certificate number is here, purchase date 27th of December 1983. Insurance starts 27th of December 1984 and insurance ends 27th of December 1988. Product, personal/home computer, model Spectrum 48K, IMC reference 835290, and then an NCR, which is maybe for the cash register, not sure. And look, the original purchaser, Mr. Bishop of 5 Mount Pleasant Street, Trisian, Aberdare in Wales. So this machine was bought in Wales. It spent all its life in Wales. How amazing is that? So that's the insurance and obviously the extended guarantee. So Mr. Bishop was not confident of his Sinclair Spectrum lasting past certainly lasting further than its second year, so he purchased extended warranty cover for it, and that is the warranty document. But also in here, let me just fold this up like so, we have the original sales receipt for this machine. Look at this. Look at this. This is so cool. Look at that. So that's the original sales receipt. Purchased from Comet, which we now know no longer exists. Sinclair Spectrum 48K computer, £127.94. 27th of December 1983. It's just absolutely amazing. Mr. Bishop, look at that. Just unbelievable. And there we go as well. Look, so there's another Comet piece of paper. I think this is, this is the payment for the extended guarantee. So he paid £27.95 for a 5-year, 5-star extended warranty. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, 5 years. 5 years. Now, interestingly, if you put this price, this £127.94, through the inflation calculator online, it comes out at approximately £456. So Mr. Bishop paid in 2020 money £456 for his Sinclair Spectrum. Now that really is unbelievable. You think what you can buy now for 450 quid, and that's what Mr. Bishop paid for his 48K dead flesh Sinclair Spectrum. Amazing. I just hope he was really happy with it. I hope he was as happy with it back then in Christmas of 1983 as I am with it in almost Christmas 2020. Now the other thing, and this is what brings us back, this is what links this Sinclair Spectrum with a Hoover Sensotronic Total System 5. It's this receipt here. Because when I was looking through them, because these ones, I think there's some in here for a kitchen that he had done. There's one for a microwave. There's a couple of car receipts. There's one from Alders. He seemed to do quite a lot of shopping at Alders. But it's this one. This is the one. Would you absolutely believe it? And I'll bring this closer so you can see it. Mr. E.R. Bishop of 5 Mount Pleasant Street, Tresenan, Aberdare. 1 Hoover S3134 cleaner. Serial number is 309-03982, which means that machine was manufactured in September of 1983. Mr. Bishop bought one and he paid £130 for this cleaner. The date was the 25th of January 1984. So he bought his amazing Sinclair Spectrum December 1983, and then 4 weeks later he went out to Alders of Cardiff and he spent £130 on a Hoover Sensotronic Total System 5. That is just amazing. So bearing in mind that the Spectrum was £456, we're looking at least £460 for this Hoover. I'm just going to hold it up here so you can see it. There we go. There's all his details. Alders of Cardiff, Mr. Bishop, and his amazing Hoover Sensotronic Total System 5. So this guy is splashing money. My God, that's almost £1,000 now. He went out and he spent almost £1,000 on a computer and a Hoover. That's mind-blowing. That is absolutely mind-blowing. And what is even more mind-blowing is that I have this paperwork and I have his Spectrum all these years later. So I really just wanted to show you that, guys, just to say, you know, that is what links our Sinclair Spectrum with our Hoover Sensotronic Total System 5. All the paperwork, all that history, and that one man who spent an absolute fortune to get his dream machines. Now for me personally, to have one of these and one of these in January 1984 together, can you imagine that? Can you imagine how amazing you would feel? Mr. Bishop, I take my hat off to you. Well, there we go, guys. I hope you enjoyed that little walk down memory lane. I mean, it's obviously not our memories, but certainly Mr. Bishop's memories. It's just so nice to be able to look back at the history of this, you know, this provenance of these machines. I mean, what I would do for that Sensotronic Total System 5. I mean, it's amazing having this, but to have this would be something else entirely. And it's crazy to think that this, if I actually had it and I put it on eBay, I'd get more money for the Hoover than I would for the computer. But then saying that, there's probably more Sinclair Spectrums left than there are Sensotronic Total System 5s. Looking back, I've only ever seen two of them. I saw one in 1988, and I saw one, well, I had one myself probably around 1995, around that kind of time. Didn't have the original hose with it, not the original cream hose, and certainly not the original remote control style hose. So this here is the original style remote hose. The one I had the later pistol grip style hose on it. It still worked. It worked fine. You know, the hose would control the vacuum cleaner. It worked, and actually, indeed, it was like a enhanced version of the Total System 5, because the hand grip, the actual pistol grip itself, contained the electronics and the mechanism to make the auto power sensing work. That wasn't on board on the Hoover itself, that was actually in the handle. So top tip for you there, if you want to upgrade your original System 3 and System 5 to have auto power sensing, just change the hose. Find a pistol grip one, whack it on, and it's done. Your Hoover will sense its own power. Ooh. So anyway, that's enough waffling from me. I'm going to go and play Jet Set Willy on my Spectrum and dream about one day, once again, owning a Hoover Sensotronic Total System 5. Hope you enjoyed the video. Thanks ever so much for watching. Don't forget to do the usual liking, commenting, subscribing to the channel. It helps me out massively and I always appreciate it. If you would like to see more computer-based videos, let me know. I have no real intentions of doing them on a regular basis. This one was just because of this really strange link between the Hoover and the computer. But if you'd like to see them, let me know. I've got loads. I've got loads of consoles. I've got loads of computers upstairs, which I will happily show you. But yeah, anyway, that's enough waffling. I will leave you in peace. Take care, and I'll see you in the next video. Cheers, guys. Bye.